We always see Spider-Man as the ultimate lone wolf, the outsider hero defined by his solitude. But what if his greatest strength wasn't his powers, but his potential to unite a fractured world? What if the one thing that could have saved mutantkind was a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? That's right, let's talk about Spider-Man joining the X-Men. I believe this team-up would have been the single most important PR move in mutant history, completely changing the game for Xavier's dream. But there's a dark side to this alliance that could have doomed them all. Stick around because the twist redefines Peter Parker's entire identity. Okay, let's get the big nerd objection out of the way first. But Spider-Man isn't a mutant. You're right, he's a mutate, bitten by a radioactive spider. But do you think the average citizen, or more importantly, J. Jonah Jameson, cares about that genetic distinction? To a terrified public, a freak is a freak. The X-Men could have easily spun this. They could have presented him as one of their own. The ultimate poster boy for what a good mutant can be. Think about it. The X-Men are feared. They operate from a secluded mansion. Their battles level city blocks, and their message of protecting a world that hates and fears them often sounds separatist. Now drop Spider-Man into that equation. He's a street-level hero. He saves cats from trees, stops muggings, and webs up criminals with a witty one-liner. He's relatable. If he's publicly flying the X-Men flag, suddenly mutants aren't some abstract threat hiding in Westchester. They were the group that your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the hero every New Yorker has a story about, is a part of. The mutant problem suddenly has a very human, very heroic face. This wouldn't be a one-way street either. For Peter Parker, this is a game changer. Imagine a teenage Peter, crushed by guilt and loneliness, being offered a place at Xavier's school. He'd finally have a family that gets it. He'd have mentors in Cyclops and Jean Grey, a sparring partner and rival in Wolverine, and friends like Iceman and Kitty Pryde, who understand the crushing weight of a secret identity. Professor X could offer him guidance, tech and resources, elevating him from a local vigilante to a world-class hero. No more stitching his own suit in his bedroom or worrying about making rent. He would finally have a support system. Now I know what you're thinking. Peter's secret identity is everything. Joining a publicly known and hunted group like the X-Men paints a massive target on his back, and more importantly, on Aunt May. And that's where we pivot to the bigger idea, the philosophical time bomb at the heart of this alliance. This isn't just about a team-up. It's about a fundamental clash of ideals. The core of Spider-Man's ethos is, with great power comes great responsibility. It's an intensely personal, individualistic code. He believes every life is worth saving. The X-Men's mission, however, is born from desperation, the survival of their species. It is, by necessity, a collectivist ideology. What happens when Peter's responsibility to save one person conflicts with the X-Men's mission to save their entire race? Let's play it out. The X-Men are on a critical mission to destroy a Sentinel facility before it goes online, a move that could save millions of mutants. But a bus full of civilians gets caught in the crossfire. A pragmatic leader like Cyclops might make the hard call. The mission comes first, and collateral damage is unavoidable to prevent a genocide. Peter Parker would never accept that. He would break ranks. He would abandon the mission to save that bus. His responsibility isn't to a cause or a people, it's to people. Full stop. That unwavering moral absolutism, the very thing that makes him Spider-Man, would make him an impossible teammate in a war for survival. So while Spider-Man as an X-Man could have been the ultimate public relations victory for mutantkind, it was a partnership destined to fail. His core identity, that deeply personal sense of responsibility, is fundamentally incompatible with the desperate wartime ethics the X-Men are so often forced to adopt. He is a hero for everyone, and he can't compromise that for anyone or any group. In the end, his greatest strength is his individuality, and folding that into a collective would have either broken him or broken the X-Men. But what do you think? Does this theory hold up? Would Peter's unrelenting optimism have changed the X-Men for the better, or would their cynicism have corrupted him? More importantly, which X-Men character do you think he would have the most interesting relationship with? Friend or foe? Let me know your theories in the comments below.